morning, good afternoon, and good evening, friends, to no class. And in today's class, we will go into the last session. In this, then we will go to the exercises. So, illustration 20, standard tool accountancy, page 36, accounting from incomplete records. So, Pandian does not keep his books under double entry system. From the following information, prepare trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet as on 31/12/2018. Furniture, cash in hand, data, stock, bills receivable, bank loan creditors at the beginning balance and end balance is given. Then we have additional information like cash sales, cash purchases, carriage on purchases, commission received, drawings, salaries, credit sales, credit purchases, carriage on sales, interest on bank loan, additional capital, office rent. Adjustments rate of depreciation at 5% in furniture, create a provision of 1% on debt of doubtful debts. What is missing is capital. So we don't have an opening capital. So let's first prepare as usual. Because to identify the capital, we have to prepare the statement of affairs. Right? We have to prepare the statement of affairs at the beginning of the year. So I'm copying the format for statement of affairs from our last problem what we solved. I'm copying this first format. Okay, now we have. I will remove the amount from here. Yeah. So let's prepare the statement of accounts. Furniture 30,000. Furniture 30,000. Then we have cash in hand 10,000. Cash in hand 10,000. Then we have debtors 40,000. Sundry debtors 40,000. Then we have stock which is 28,000. Closing stock 28,000. 28,000. Then we have bills receivable 12,000. Bills receivable 12,000. Then we have bank loan 25,000. Loans 25,000. Then we have sundry creditors such as 15,000. So it's better not to put loans, bank loan under this. Rather, we can put it as bank overdraft. Either way, it is still fine. It can be bank overdraft or it can be under loans. So because it is bank loan, let me change the name here. It's not another loan. It's bank loan. Bank loan, which is 25,000. So net what is that we have is 1,20,000 minus 40,000. So that give you the opening capital, which is balancing figure of 80,000 rupees. Now we have to prepare the trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. So let's copy the format of trading and profit and loss account, and I'm just copying this. Just format. So trading and profit and loss account. So the trading and profit and loss account for the period ended 31/12/2018. 31/12/2018. Heading makes a lot of difference. Heading should be apt. Sorry, and the column should be apt. So that makes a lot of difference in your presentation. Be sure that you are typing the correct heading, and the dates make a huge difference. We have seen it in the earlier journal entries and ledgers chapters. So heading and the dates makes a lot of difference in accounting. So students have to be careful when they put in the dates. 31/12/2018. So let's prepare the, what is the opening stock? Opening stock is 28,000. Opening stock, you can see it, opening stock 28,000. Closing stock 11,000. 11,000. Then we have, what else we have here? The trading and profit and loss account. Cash sales 11,200. cash sales. Inserting a row here. Cash sales 11,200. Then we have credit sales 88,800. 88,800. Then we have sales return. Do you have sales return? No, there is no sales return. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So total sales is equal to cash sales plus credit sales. So 1 lakh. And we have cash purchases. Cash purchases 4,250. We have credit purchases 35,750. 35,750. We have purchase returns. We don't have purchase returns. So the total purchases is 40,000. Then we have carriage inwards. Carriage and purchases is called carriage inwards. Either way we can call it. Carriage and purchases is when carriage inwards is when you move the stock into the godown. That's called carriage inwards, and that happens when we purchase goods, right? Carriage and purchases is 3,000. Carriage inwards 3,000. Do we have carriage outwards? Commission received, carriage and purchases, drawings, salaries, salaries, office rent, additional capital, interest and bank loan. Carriage on sales. We have carriage outwards as well. Carriage outwards or carriage on sales. Carriage on sales is 700. Then what else we have? That's all. So the gross profit is equal to 1,11,700 minus 70,000. 71,000. 40,700 is the gross profit. So by gross profit brought down 40,700. What are all the P&L related expenses we have? We have commission received. Commission received. Commission received is 600. Then what else we have? Salaries. We have salaries. Salaries 8,900. Then what else we have? Office rent 2,400. Office rent 2,400. Then salaries, commission received, credit, carriage on sales, interest and bank loan. Additional capital, office rent. Interest and bank loan. Insert a row here. Interest on bank loan. How much it is? Interest on bank loan is 2,500. Then we have depreciation at the rate of 5% on furniture. Depreciation at the rate of 5% furniture. Furniture cost is equal to, furniture is 30,000. So is equal to 30,000 into 5%, which is 1,500. Depreciation at 5% on furniture. 1,500. We have 1% provision of 1% on debtors for doubtful debts. So bad debts at the rate of 1% on debtors. On debtors. So what is the total debtors value? Closing debtors is 60,000. So is equal to 60,000 into 1%. So total is so net profit is equal to 41,300 minus 15,900. 25,400 is net profit. So, hope students are following this, right? We have taken commission received as income, and we have office rent, we have interest on bank loan, we also have salaries, and we have adjustments of depreciation 5% on furniture, which is 30,000 into 5 percentage, and then provision of 1% on debtors for doubtful debts. Debtors is 60,000 into 1 percentage. We have created 600. Okay, now let's go and prepare the balance sheet. I'm copying the balance sheet format here. Balance sheet as of 31/12/2018, right? So we have a capital. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. Just copying the format. Let's update the data. Okay. So we have. Let's take closing stock assets. What is the closing stock? We have closing stock of 11,000 rupees. And what is the bills receivable we have? Yes, we have bills receivable 35,000. Bills receivable 35,100. 35,100. Then we have debtors 60,000. Debtors 60,000 less provision for debts, bad debt 600. So net debtors is equal to 59,400. So we have furniture, cash in hand 17,000. We have cash in hand, 17,000. Then we have furniture. Furniture value is 30,000. Depreciation is 1,500. 1,500. So net furniture value is equal to 28,500. Then we have on the credit side sundry creditors. Sundry creditors closing balance is 16,000. Then we have bank loan. Bank loan which is 25,000. 25,000. Then we have opening capital. What is opening capital? 80,000. 80,000. Add profit. What is the profit for the year? 25,400. We also have additional capital. We have additional capital. We have additional capital of 14,000. Then what else we have? We have drawings. Drawings 8,000. Less drawings 8,000. Total it. $119,400. So what is the difference we are getting? 1,400. I am searching what is the entry that we have missed here. Cash sales, credit sales, cash purchases, credit purchases, carriage on purchases, carriage on sales, commission received, interest on bank loan, drawings, additional capital 14,000, drawings 8,000, salaries 8,900, office rent 2,400, interest on bank loan 2,500, interest on bank loan, yes, it's 2,500. Okay, and bills receivable 35,100, 3,500. So depreciation 5 percentage, furniture depreciation 5 percentage, provision for doubtful debts 1 percentage on debtors. So 28,500 and 15 and 400. So what else I'm missing here? What else I'm missing here? Profit is 25,400. Just checking whether I made the totals correctly or not. Okay, I have identified what is the error I have made here. If you see here, I've taken carriage outwards as an income. So it's a very common mistakes that we do. So carriage outwards is still an expense. So we have to say here, insert row carriage outwards, which is equal to 700. Then remove. Normally it is anything on sales, we tend to take as set as income. Actually we have to be very careful when you do that. And let me see whether I have done the totaling here correctly. Yes, it is still 1397, right? So the gross profit will become 111000 minus 71700. Net profit will become 39900 minus 15900. Net profit is equal to 24,000. So net profit is equal to 24,000. You can see here the total is matching. Balance sheet is tallied. So students, be careful. These are all some of the normal, simple, and I'll say that silly mistakes what we do normally do when we solve a problem. Carriage outwards as well as carriage inwards, both are expenses. Normally it is tend to take it as an income because it's related to sales, and then anything related to sales can be treated as income. That is a normal tendency that will come. Students have to be very careful when they deal with this. So this is an error what I made, and that has to be rectified like this. We should be very clear. That is the reason, students, I said like journalizing makes a huge impact. Now we have prepared this without preparing the journal entry. So journalizing and preparing a ledger and then coming into profit and loss account will always be helpful in identifying these type of errors. Whether it is single entry or double entry system, students have to be very cautious of this fact. Okay. I hope you have any comments on this solution. Just let me know so that I can get that answer. And thanks students, and have a great day.